Waiting that one.
What's wrong?
Really it one.
It's good. You said it's boring. But I don't usually talk about things when you think it's boring.
What?
Yeah, when you say it's boring, we usually do.
Seriously?
Yes. You are listened to your friends.
Hey! I am listened to, my friends. My life is better than yours. Maybe not, actually. Hi guys.
What's up? Welcome to I DoWeDoIt.
Welcome to the show.
Hashtag are men trash?
Are they? Are they though?
I'm kind of, I don't know. As a man, what do you think? Are men trash?
A lot of them, yeah, sure. Especially in cities.
Oh Lord, do you know yesterday I was attending my my high school, my year. Hi, shout out to Obama 06. We were having like a little meetup thing just to like hang out, and like the single moms were giving their stories, and I was just like, yo, of course there's the members in the group who are like, happily married and super blissful and like sunshine and rainbows, but like the shit that sometimes gets done to people. And I'm trying to, I don't know if it's like mostly men doing this shit or it's just that women talk about it, so we hear the women's stories more. Mm-hmm. I don't know if men talk about how women had them.
No, not really.
But women had them, obviously.
Of course.
Okay, so
women are savage.
Are men trash because we don't hear the stories of the women who are trash, or is it just people are trash generally because everyone
people
has the capacity to be horrible?
The thing about the rhetoric surrounding the discussion of men is men are generally not as good with words as women are. The hashtags, the conversation, the discussion, the explanation, the journaling in chronological order of everything that's ever happened to them is not something men are very good at.
The shit you did 3 years ago.
Yeah. Women have a way of remembering things and understanding things and being able to explain them, especially to other women, so that the conversation is not lost. There's no doubt that a lot of men are trash. A lot of people are doing shit in this world that is not, right. But there's also women who are trash, and there's also a lot of discussion that's not happening because men generally don't express themselves as well or as often to each other or to anyone for that matter.
So I don't think that all men are trash. I just feel like a lot
it's
of the shit that
impossible.
happens to I just think that a lot of shit that happens to women is directly because of the said trashy men.
I don't think it's even the trashy men that
everyone does trashy things.
It's not even the trashy men that are to blame. They are born into a privilege that they don't even understand or acknowledge. They're born into a patriarchy. Everything is run by men and owned by men, and it's set up to be a disadvantage to women from the beginning. So for a man to understand, like, you're trash, and the problem is you don't even know it. The things that you do, the way that you interact with people is heavily weighted towards just being a guy and having privileges where you don't even have to think about, is this the taxi I should get on? Should I be out past this hour? Can I walk on the street by myself? You don't, like, there's a lot of privileges that being a man affords you that you don't think about. And I think that's part of the...
So when people say men are trash, are they talking about the fact that perpetuation of that system and the refusal to understand the other side is what makes men trash? Or are they talking about the actions that trashy men do?
Both of those things, I think. Because the trashy actions are the worst. But the underlying issue is the patriarchy. And the everything is just male-oriented.
Yes.
Like, products are marketed in the same way. Sex sells, so you always see a naked woman. Why isn't there never a naked man?
I really want to see some naked men. Yo, there was this video we were watching the other day, the YG video, the pop it, shake it, pop it.
The worst video in the world.
Look, I like ass.
I got bored after 1 minute. What Tony was saying.
I'm okay with the ass. I just want to see some dudes too. I'm sorry. Like, is that so terrible? Like, is it so hard? For men to also show their bits. Like, is it because you don't have to? Because but I want to see some dudes. Like, anyway. So everything is skewed towards men. You don't feel like men realize that everything is skewed towards them?
No, fucking
How
ignorant.
do you not see it?
Because you're in a bubble. It's the same way the middle class doesn't see the plight of people who don't
How
have water.
can you not see the plight of people?
Because you're not in the plight.
But
you go from your house to your office to your club to your friends.
Just because you're not in the plight doesn't mean you can't see the plight.
It doesn't mean that you will.
It's
You have to actively like look.
But that's what I'm saying. Like you can't
They're
see
not
that
gonna
because
look.
I haven't had the experience. I can't empathize or identify with
people
it.
even using condoms is a problem. You think they're gonna look at the plight of women?
Hey, using condoms is a problem. We need to
You
talk
think
about
they're gonna,
condoms
like-
in therapy next week.
People are ignorant and willfully so, and they'll do as much as possible to stay within their
maintain
bubble.
the status quo.
Because then if you're not in your bubble, then you have to deal with the fact that some men give all men a bad name, and some men behave in such deplorable ways that
deplorable.
you can't even bring yourself to understand what the fuck it is that you just witnessed or heard or saw or experienced.
Like I'm just like, I think the reason it's so easy for women to say that men are trash is, like I said at the beginning of the show, a lot of the things that are done to women are because of these trashy men, right?
Yeah.
Like, and if we're talking about even the numbers on sexual assault, blah blah blah. Yes, men get violated, but obviously more of the
men
time.
get violated, but the I think the point of sexual assault, or not the point, but the whole something that people need to understand is that physically speaking, men are bigger and stronger,
and therefore it's easier to overpower.
Yes,
and because
that's why you need to protect the women,
sexual
because
assault is never about sex.
It's about power.
Sex. It's about power, and who's more physically powerful. Because
exactly.
it's like Eliza. Have you guys watched Eliza, the Netflix special? It's so funny.
Woo.
So she's like, everyone is always going around saying women are mentally strong. Woo, that's great. But when a rapist is coming towards you, what are you going to do? Math 1 + 1. You're not going to
stop a rape with your mental strength.
Exactly. It's great.
Physical strength is what happens when that's the manifestation of a rapist. It's like, I'm going to use my physical abilities to prevent you from leaving this situation that you should never be finding yourself in.
The math won't help.
Yeah.
And I'm great at math. But like,
and that's why the conversation has to be driven and targeted towards men. As much as men get assaulted, it's very unlikely that it's going to be a physical kind of assault. And if it is, it's more a psychological assault that has led to physical manifestations. A rapist is never going to be like, oh yeah, your babies are ugly, and like they're never going to have a psychological attack on a woman. It's just a physical manifestation of control, power.
Yeah. So back to what I was saying about how a lot of the things that are done to women are by the trashy men, and it's about power and people having more physical power. Even like when men are raped, not a lot of the time, but like I'm sure they have to be, like if we're of equal power, like you have to come with more than one man to hold like the guy down and that stuff. Whereas one man can take on one woman because, statistically. And then also like if you're looking at it from sexual assault being usually about power, physical power, and if you're looking at the numbers of people who don't report because of said power, because a lot of the time, like I know people who've gone to police stations and they're being told, see it happened, see move on, or why are you wasting, police resources looking into this stuff? I mean,
again, the patriarchy is strong.
To the point that even the women have internalized the patriarchy, because this chick was being told by a female police officer, like, why are you here?
So these things never get solved. So this is not something you can fix. Why are you even talking to me?
So yeah, I don't think all men are trash, but I think we live in a trashy system, #patriarchy, and enforcing it is not helping anyone.
Yeah.
Okay. It's helping
so
men.
don't hide. Women. Guys, don't hide.
So like,
Just understand that shit is happening and that it's happening around you.
And you have the power to stop it.
Yeah.
Because the dominant.
And you not doing anything doesn't mean that you're suddenly an angel. It just means
you're... Because you're not wearing a fucking label. We can't see that you're a good guy.
Label, Abi. All it takes, there's a quote that I really like. All it takes for evil to thrive is for good men to do nothing. Good men. Just because you're good doesn't mean that you're helping anyone.
85%...
doesn't mean that your goodness is now permeating into the world and your good vibes will change the universe. No, motherfucker.
Did you know that 85% of sexual assault happens to people from people they know? Like, it's not always...
What?
Yes. It's not those guys raping in an...
So it's not that he's just a random guy just...
No! Like,
this a guy
you
this girl.
Or your friend of a friend or whatever. Like, someone, like... You know what I mean? Like, it's someone you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, now that you know that the people around you have potential to be rapists, men, so you talk to them. So you stop being like
That's the
laughing
point.
when they
That's
say
the point.
stupid
If you
shit
want to
like,
be,
wait,
if you want to,
she stopped saying stupid shit like laughing when they're taking off the condom in the middle, or saying, when she told me to stop I couldn't, what are you talking about, meaning do my blah blah blah, or whatever guys say, I don't know what guys say. Or like stop enabling your friend, because it's not just rapists who are trash, it's also the friends of rapists who are trash, yeah?
the friends of rapists, the pastors of rapists,
Lord.
everybody who's, rapist adjacent.
Yeah.
Sorry to make a joke about it.
But it was
But don't be oblivious to this shit. Because these rapists don't exist in a void. They don't have a club that they go hang out in. They're in your neighborhood.
How do they hang out though? How do they decide?
They're your friends, they're your
cousins,
cousins, they're your uncles, they're your fathers, they're your, I don't know, they're the people you know. They're not in a void. So you need to, it's not like you can see a rapist, but you need to be able to identify behaviors that are like, no, that's not good, guys. Call out your friends on their bullshit, is what I'm saying in short.
Even women, if your friends are trash,
call out your friends on
their bullshit. But now that we're focusing on the men in this particular show, like when a guy starts a conversation about how they need to teach a lesbian a lesson because clearly she's only lesbian because she's never had a dick, just
who told you that? You don't know her life. You don't know her life.
Please
don't be assumptive. Don't make assumptions, because that's a bad joke. But you make an ass of yourself and everybody else. Don't make assumptions. You don't know shit. Live your life.
Guys, what do you understand by the time men are trash? Are men trash? Are all men trash? Are people trash generally?
Tell us about it in the comments.